In this situation, the gate to the horse's field was left unlatched, so although the gate is technically closed and it's loosely held in place by the chain being draped over the post, it's not fully latched, and all it would take is one firm nudge from a horse for the gate to be open. This poses a serious risk. A lot of times people will go in or out of the horse's field without fully latching it. In this case, not only was the gate unlatched, but it was also unattended, so whoever left it like that forgot to go back and close it. Loose horses are not only a hassle for the people that have to catch them, as well as an inconvenience, but it's also a major liability for whoever the barn owner or manager is. This is why it's critical that steps be taken to prevent this, as well as to mitigate the risk of a potentially deadly situation. So horses that get loose can cause a lot of damage, not only to themselves if they get hurt and to the people around them, but also to the property. So it could be the barn and the surrounding property, or it could be a neighbor's property. When horses get scared or frightened, they get really hot. This means that they get worked up and they don't think as well. They're fight or flight animals, so it's difficult to catch them when they get like that. They feed off of each other, so if there's several horses that get out, it can just be a disaster to try to catch them, especially if it's by somebody that the horse doesn't know, or if it's on area that they don't know, so if they're in the neighbor's property. Depending on the location of the barn to the road, horses that get loose can be a serious liability there because they can cause accidents. If a horse causes an accident or is involved in a car accident, the horse would likely have to be put down, but also the people involved would be seriously injured, and they may die as well. So this is a major lawsuit for people that own horses and people that are responsible for them, such as the barn owners and managers. However, if the people that are responsible for the horse have taken steps and shown that they've done everything that they can to prevent their horses getting loose, then they might not be responsible if a lawsuit does occur. So steps like this include, first of all, it should be a rule that all gates be closed and latched at all times. You can put up a sign to remind people of this, as well as if you have a camera near the fence or near the gate, it will deter people from leaving the gates unlatched like that, as well as it will reduce the amount of people that might come in and tamper with your horses, or people that might come in and leave the gate open and let your horses out on purpose for some reason, or people that might steal your horse. So also a lot of farms only have 3 or 4 or maybe 5 horses in a field, so that if they do get out, it's not 20 horses running around. It's more manageable and easier to catch them all. Another thing that people do to make their horses easier to catch is they turn them out with a halter, which is basically the dog version or the horse version of a dog collar. Makes them easier to catch. A really good thing that a lot of barns do is they fence their entire property, as well as put a gate at the driveway, so that if the horses get out of their field, they're still contained and it's easier to catch them that way. They don't cause an accident. Insurance should definitely be a precaution that is taken. Have proper insurance so that if your horse does get out and it does cause an accident, your personal loss can be reduced that way. Fences should be checked regularly and maintained. If a fence is questionable, the horses should be removed from that field right away, or the fence should be fixed. A lot of times people will have a proper wood fence, but they also have an electric fence just as a double measure to keep their horses in. So those are just some of the steps that can be taken to prevent horses getting out and to mitigate the risk there. Show that you've done everything that you can, and then hopefully you're not liable, because loose horses are a major liability and they could cause a lawsuit. But thankfully, like I said, the risk of that is easy to mitigate, and there are many steps that businesses can take to reduce their risk there should an event occur.